You're on Island Block Radio, powered by Dash.
What's up, everybody? We're back at the ParBar, and while I'm sitting here trying to post my share live group thing to all the people and you guys out there, my name is Rich D. Joining me as always, and now Dominic Bloss.
Hey.
and Twisted.
Heidi ho.
And Vince T.
What's up, everybody?
Hi, I'm Vince. Like, all right, so we're trying to figure this out because, oh no, Facebook flipped the script on us again. And so now we're supposed to go into every group and share that we're doing this. But whatever.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's annoying.
They don't make it easy.
But you know what? Hey, if you're out there and,
Well,
you're
they
hearing
don't make
us,
it easy if you ain't paying for it.
Okay.
hey, but if
Right.
you're out there and you're hearing us and you're live, hey, tag where you're from, where you're listening from. Obviously, if you're here in San Diego, we know that. But if you're from anywhere else, please tag where you're listening from.
So if you see me on my phone on our live post, that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here trying to share the show. Anyhow, oh, there's Vince.
Oh, hey,
T.
what's up, guys?
Oh,
Hey,
What's up,
Hey.
guys?
hey, just figuring out some audio, video stuff.
But yeah, so we're back here. You're listening to the ParBar on Island Block Radio, powered by
Dash.
And yeah, we're here. We are back, and the weekly catch up. Dude, it's been actually a really good week. Got a lot of catch up on sleep. Got in some catch up on some T-ball. T-ball's almost over for the season.
Nice.
Went to the baseball game with the boys. That was fun. You know, I'm going to tell you this. If you have the opportunity to walk around the stadium with your kids and you have
Petco.
and you are the coach of those kids, highly recommend that you know somebody who knows how to organize all those kids. Yeah, because 1,000+ kids trying to walk around a stadium, it's not.
It's like
in
herding
their
cats.
in their eyes, they don't really care.
Yeah.
They don't really. They understand. They're like, I don't give a shit. I just want to like go and play and run. And when they see more kids like going over there and they're playing and running,
They
they even go crazier.
That's the signal. That's the
Yeah.
signal.
And so yeah, that was probably the biggest hurdle of the day. And then you add rain to that. Yeah, not the best idea. But congratulations to all the graduates who are out there this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Had a couple here in San Diego. Other than that, man, really good week. Had fun. I don't think I played golf on Friday. That was a good
Did
time.
you try your new clubs?
I did.
Nice.
Nice.
Got a new club set. So
Play better now?
Probably not.
No, actually, I played a lot worse because apparently our buddy Colt was right. My clubs were short, and I was digging fucking graveyards out there. I was like, why am I hitting so damn low? Like, I was chucking like
You're used to
grass
your old
up.
clubs?
Yeah. So I grabbed my old club and I matched it up to like one of my current clubs, and it's like another 2 inches like longer.
Lucky
shit.
you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're
Yeah.
happy with that one.
Well, in bed I'd be a lot happier, but it's just golf, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, man. So that was my weekend.
Nice. Me? It was good. Man, I did the good old spring cleaning. I found a lot of shit that we don't need in my house. But other than that, puppy life, man.
Got it?
Oh, you got
Yeah.
the puppy?
Yeah. I'm just waiting to give it the last set of shots
Nice.
before I start bringing them around. But man, it's cool. It's a different feeling when you get home from work.
Oh yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
having a kid.
Oh, I'm sure it's hopefully that's a good comment, Dom. I mean,
Well, it
You know?
depends on the kid.
that's true. It also depends on the dog, but yeah, man, it's cool, man. It's life changing. I mean, well, I guess yeah, but it's my first pet ever.
Yeah. Oh, really? Ever?
Besides Grandpa's chickens, I guess. But does that count as pets?
No, no.
I don't know,
it
man. I feel
depends.
like
Not
those
if
are.
you- Not if
more
you
like
cook
a
'em and
chore-
eat 'em.
Is that a chore or what?
Yeah.
No, I feel like those are enemies, bro. I used to hate those damn chickens.
Why? Because you used to feed them, they peck at you.
Dude, yeah.
I know.
My grandpa used to be like, go get the eggs, and he made
I used to try to feed it through the gate, the chicken coop. I try to pour it through, and my grandpa get mad at me because he's like, "You're wasting the damn."
Yeah, the chicken feet.
Yeah.
By the way, I used to
Chicken
think, dude, exactly. I was about to say that.
Chicken feet.
My grandpa used to say chicken feet, so I used to be like,
Why am I feeding
why they
him
call it
chicken?
chicken feet?
Is
Why,
it-
and
is it
why am I
ground-up
feeding the
chicken feet?
chicken's feet,
Yeah, I would now. I was like, damn, they're cannibals.
Yeah.
bro?
they eat each other.
So I stopped considering animals like that as pets when I was a kid because we would get them, and my grandpa would have us feed them, same thing,
Yeah.
and we would name them, play with them, everything,
Mm.
and then we'd show up one day and they're gone, but the barbecue was gone, and it took me a little while to figure out where the hell those chickens and goats, everything were going. Everybody's sitting around picking their teeth. I don't know where them chickens went. You know,
Did you just eat lollipop?
that was my favorite rooster.
Let me give a shout out to Tiki. She's
up,
out
T?
there. She's making fun of my Crocs that I had rocking over at the golf course.
Dude, I tried on some Crocs.
You know, like
I was I was just I wasn't opposed to getting them. I just didn't
idea
get
of
them.
them, right?
Are they comfortable?
They're comfortable,
Dude, they're
dude.
comfortable. I'm telling you, either all dad in or all dad out,
I'm dead out right now.
Yeah,
and I'm all dad in.
I know.
I almost did, but
Okay, well, let me ask you this though: would you guys wear Birkenstocks?
no.
I don't know what Birkenstocks are.
Remember those old like sandals with the leather straps, the
brown
suede
ones?
straps?
like a cork sole?
Yeah.
No. I used to, but
Okay,
When
I'm
I was a
glad.
kid, yeah.
I'm glad.
The monk-
I
the
can roll
monk
with you guys.
slippers?
Then I can roll with you guys.
no, I wouldn't do that.
'Cause I was clowning one of my coworkers the other day. He had his work boots off after hours, and he had some Birkenstocks on, and I was clowning him about those.
You should have.
Yeah,
You should have videoed it and sent it to us.
I should have posted all
Okay.
over social media.
But other than,
Shout out to everybody that's joining us right now.
Yep.
We got Mark Bobats out there, Auntie Pam,
Auntie
Pam.
Pam, what's up,
and
Pam?
my boy Pete Go, and Colt's out there actually. Colt, once again, thank you for sponsoring me for my golf tournament. Been doing great, shooting those high hundreds.
With your 2-inch longer clubs.
Yeah, digging holes,
Hey, you paid for those divots, man.
dude. Hey, the putter's nice though.
Yeah.
So,
Rich the grave digger.
Asshole.
ooh, whoa, watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Don, what you doing out there? What you do this week?
Well, I gigged Thursday, Friday. It's always fun playing music. I love playing music.
Mhm.
Play music with your brother, so that's cool. I love playing with him. And Thursday night was your brother-in-law's birthday. We celebrated your brother-in-law's birthday, Sean's birthday.
Oh, wasn't invited to that.
Okay.
Womp, womp, womp.
Well, I mean, it was after the gig. If you
Must
would've
have been a Bernie Sanders party. I don't know.
Well, if you would have gone to the gig, then we just got a shot and a drink afterward. So
Yeah, if you would have gone.
yeah. But yesterday, what did we do yesterday? I don't even remember what I did yesterday.
It was your anniversary, right? Your dating
Oh, you know what?
anniversary?
Yeah, actually, I asked my wife out on the 17th of May in 2002.
Nice.
So we're officially together 17 years.
Oh, okay.
Congrats.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Tennessee out there.
Yeah, shout out to Tennessee.
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 Oh no, hell no! Y'all don't start that.
And then today we went out to Fonzo's, our cousin's house, and he helped me change Beck's front brakes.
No.
Nice.
Okay.
So we did it in the rain, man.
Let me ask you a
That's-
question.
That's family right
Is
there,
that?
bro.
Let me ask you a question. Is that weird? Okay, so like I saw a video on Facebook, and they were like showing a kid or a coach from football teaching kids how to do a tire, and they're like, well, and I saw a bunch of comments like, well, this is a shame. You should be learning this stuff at home. And I was
What if they're
like,
not learning at home.
What if they
that's
don't-
weird.
what
I
if
was
they
like,
don't
that's
have
kind of weird because I remember a lot of things you learned in about shop and wood was in school.
Yeah.
That's why you had.
Yeah.
They don't have it anymore, though.
Yeah.
They don't.
They
A
take
lot of schools, they took it
Mm.
out, the funding.
yeah.
No more wood shop, no more auto class. So, but I remember that's where you used to learn it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Was I mean, I don't know about other states, but I know in California it's pretty rare anymore. You used to have auto shop.
Yeah.
And you used to have like what do they call it? Carpentry?
Wood shop.
Wood shop.
Wood shop?
Yeah.
Wood shop.
You know.
They had drafting. They had electronics.
I had
metal
all those
shop.
classes still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had all those classes still
Yeah.
in Morse.
So I took auto shop with Coach Klepp.
Coach
here in
Klepp
San
also taught art production, which I was in.
Yeah.
We did all those big crash banners that the football team used to
Yeah.
run through.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah.
That was fun.
So anyway,
Me, I've got my work week, but my union right now we're right in the middle of elections.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're right in the middle of elections. So there's a lot of campaigning going on right now, guys, for office, and a lot of shenanigans and politics that go with it. So, in fact, that phone call I took earlier, that was part of it.
Okay.
But man, it's a trip, man, because when I got in the union, I got nominated into the office that I hold. I never campaigned. I got voted in, and I think I ran against somebody, or somebody ran against me only twice, and I've been unopposed. So even on this last nomination, I got in unopposed. But I'm looking at what's going on, man. It's like dirty politics, dude. Like, I'm not a politician by any means, right?
You hate that stuff.
I do. I hate it. And seeing what's going on right now, it's just like dirty, like name calling and like defamation stuff and like bending rules and like just skirting on the edge of what you can and can't do just to, and man, it's ugly, dude. It feels dirty.
That type of stuff tests your morals for sure.
It does. It really does. And I'm glad that I'm on this side of it where, like I said, I don't campaign. I just kind of go with word of mouth with me.
Right.
Like if you know me and you like what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and you want to vote for me,
I think that's the best way.
yeah. And I'm not gonna tell you to. I'm not gonna tell you not to. If you want to, go ahead. Vote for me. If not, and you feel somebody else could do the job better, then hey, by all means, I'll.
Marshall, they're like Don Corleone, like, you do what you want to do. I'm just telling you.
But I'm gonna come to you one day. I'm gonna need a favor.
Your family knows my family. I'm just saying.
Man, my friends from the other side over there. Huh? Forget about it.
But if you do what you want.
But I'll tell you, if it doesn't fall in favor of me, things aren't going to be very favorable
Like
of you
guys,
later on.
need some whiskey and cigars right now or something.
This could be the episode of movie quotes.
And
All right.
Other than that, just I watched a actually pretty cool movie last night.
Oh, yeah?
I'll recommend that to you guys. It's called Green Book.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually a really good movie. I actually avoided it for a while, because I created a story in my own head about what it was going to be like. And last night I finally bit the bullet and sat down and watched it. And I'm glad I did. It was a really, really good movie.
Cool.
Huh?
Cool.
All right, cool.
Wait, who's in Green Book?
What's the guy's name, dude? He has a weird name.
I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know the movie. I forget the freaking guy's name too.
Yeah, he came out in
He was in Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Was he Aragorn?
Aragorn?
I forget. Aragorn. See, I don't even watch that. Yeah.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it Aragorn?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds
I know, I never watched
Ended
it.
up being the Man King.
But
that was a good flick.
all right, before we get into that, once again, you are listening to Island Block Radio, Pulse of the Pacific, where paradise lives. Man, and this segment is brought to you by Island Block Concert Series,
Ooh, yes, it is.
the first one. My bad.
Get on it, Vince T.
This is the last of the 3 shows.
The last
for
of them.
this set of concert series.
Maoli, I heard, sold out.
Yes.
Yeah, I
they
did. Thanks for letting me get that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait,
But yeah, you are right.
premature as always.
I don't know.
You wouldn't know on your face.
Yeah, look at that hair.
Can I get to a segment without you guys talking shit? God damn.
Probably not.
Go through a whole 5-minute pre-roll and then. All right.
A lot of mercy.
Molly just sold out, like you said, Rich. I heard it was a really dope crowd that was up there.
Sold out crowds are fun.
Yeah. The next one coming up, I'm sure will sell out. Sammy J.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sure that will sell out as well. If you need tickets, please hit up Joe Sav on Instagram. He has some tickets out there for you.
Nice.
And that is May 25th coming
May
up.
25th.
right around
It's
the corner.
Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
All right. So dipping into the news, or some of the Pacific Island news, I guess. Once again, Chamorro Dancing's back on the platform for whatever reason. Poulan Speaks brings a YouTube video to Facebook and YouTube, and it speaks about gives a little bit more context. All of us here at the ParBar have watched it. We checked it out. How do you guys feel about it? Okay, well let me give a little bit, I guess, a background on it. So he does give a little bit of history, small history on it,
Yeah.
the issues with it, and then he also gives his diagnosis of it or synopsis of it,
Yeah.
right? He gives his conclusion, which I feel is very good, I personally. But let me know what you guys think about it. Let's go with Bloss first.
It's probably like the best breakdown of Chamorro dancing, the pre-contact, so-called pre-contact or neo. What is it? What do they call it?
Neo-native?
Neo-native dancing. It's probably the best breakdown of it I've seen online. You can tell he put a lot of time into it, put a lot of thought into it, and he summarizes the best points that I'm sure we've discussed previously.
Do you think he also gave it to the opposite side, though? You think he gave justification for people who are arguing against it?
He did, but you know already that based on what he thinks of it, it's a little bit biased.
Okay, so you did feel it was a little biased.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, but like I said, he makes his points on both sides,
Okay.
but more strongly towards.
And how do you feel personally on it?
Personally, honestly, being a Chamorro dancer or being involved with Chamorro dance, I've come to learn a lot of things that I wouldn't have had I not joined a group. And I've got to experience things that I've never been able to experience, and meet a lot of people, talk to a lot of people, and sing in my language. I never had the opportunity to learn my language when I was growing up.
Right.
It was never presented to me, and now it's just a matter of figuring out time to do it because we have the resources now to do it. But it woke me up when I joined the group. It woke me up to realize that I have a culture, and it's not just 300 years old or however, or what was it when did the Spanish colonize?
18. Yeah, I should know this. 1852.
So it's about 300 years.
Yeah.
The people were there before, so I had to figure out personally how to reconnect to that because the Spanish side of it never connected with me as deeply as.
Why is that? Why did you felt like? I mean, we've had this conversation, but I don't think we've had it in this depth. Why do you feel like there's always been a side of you that said like this can't be it? Like this can't be where our people started.
Well, I mean, it's an island, bro. You know what I mean? It's a chain of islands.
Right.
What was there before? There had to have been something before. It's just a deep, just like a yearning to know more. A yearning.
Well, what I'm saying is what made you say like when they gave you Spanish as you're dancing and this is your history, you're just like
it
if that's our history, then I'm not really into that.
It just didn't appeal to me. I don't know why. It never appealed to me because like I said, I knew there had to be something else, and I just did. There's something that happens when I'm singing or dancing with a Chamorro dance group, and I don't have that same feeling when I'm doing the
Baile en español.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel something. There's something there.
Yeah.
I can express myself more doing pre-contact or neo-native, the neo-native version. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. What about you, Vince T? You watched some of the video.
Yeah, I did. I mean, like I said before, I'm not as deep in the dance culture as you guys, but the video itself did explain in depth of everything that's kind of going on, and between there's conflict, right? Between opinion, right?
Yeah, I guess it's opinion.
Yeah, I don't want to say facts, but
Right.
For somebody that doesn't know like myself, I took a lot from it.
Oh, nice.
And I'm not saying like I'm gonna become a dancer or whatever, but just I gained a lot more knowledge from the interpretation that's going on today.
Right.
It's a different appreciation.
Right.
Yeah.
And now I can appreciate it more, even though I'm not a part of it. So
okay.
I think that's what I really did get from it, and I think it'll only probably grow.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not participating in it.
Well, I can say like it's definitely grown within the last like 18 to 20 years.
Yeah. Especially here stateside.
Yeah. You know, like it's definitely to beat your moral now, like we talked about before, it's just a way different breed of our time. You know what I mean? Like not even breed, but time. But because when we were growing up, and it wasn't like you were super popular for being Chamorro, and not everybody was standing out there with you, like standing with the Guam flag right next to you. Now it's like,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you're super proud about it. Twisted, you've been with us drumming now since the beginning. Your daughter is half Chamorro. Your wife's Chamorro. You've watched videos and you've been around the Chamorro community since forever.
Yeah.
What do you feel like when you saw that video and at the conclusion and the synopsis of what he gave?
So I think I was happy to see somebody break it down the way that he did and give an explanation.
Yeah.
And what I liked was that in defense of Senor Rabon, saying that he has never stated that these were authentic Chamorro dancing moves. That he's always explained the story behind it and how he came up with these moves.
Right.
And I've said it a few times before when this discussion came up. There has to been something that celebrated those milestones. And like kind of going on what Dom was saying, it's not like the Chamorro people were just sitting on an island.
Right.
And one day the Spanish showed up and all right, now we can have some culture here and let's learn how to do this dance, right?
Exactly.
Let's start dancing now.
Yeah, there was something before that. And if
I didn't know how to cha-cha, baby.
and if there was and if there was something there before and it was never recorded, and the Spaniards when they came in, they banned the language, so of course they're going to ban any kind of dance or song that they may have had. Somehow it's got to be, I guess, recreated based off of the stories and what they do know of history,
Right.
to give some kind of enlightenment on the culture.
Right.
And so what's wrong with putting something out there for the youth to learn? The movement right now, like you were saying, is there is that thirst for knowledge. There is that thirst of who are we as a people, and the youth nowadays, they want to know, and who wouldn't want to know what their history was, because you can't move forward without knowing your past. You've got to.
It's like previous generations, it was there was always an acceptance
Yes.
Yeah.
that
This is who we are.
this is who we are,
Today people are like,
and
no.
then based on the Spanish and whatever, there's always been acceptance. It's just acceptance. There's no drive to know something deeper.
So let me do this before we go into, because I don't want this to be like obviously it's one sided. We feel like all one way kind of, but I want to drop this into because I heard something. Someone say indigenous rights. Now, I don't want to say to anybody that I'm not against it, but here's my question: what's indigenous rights? What does that mean? Does anybody know here?
I don't.
I mean,
I mean,
you formulate something, but I don't know if It'll be accurate.
It did. Well, okay. Here's what my interpretation it would be. My interpretation of indigenous rights would be the right for indigenous people to practice their culture before colonization or whatever you would call it.
Okay, so and here's my question to that. Who says you own that right?
Can anybody say you own it?
Well, that's my question.
I would think it would be your birthright.
Right, but I mean, this is the way the world works, right? Like, it's kind of like there's winners and there's losers. And as a indigenous cultural person, like, I get it. I understand why you would want that. I understand why you would need that. But no one in this world like that we live in, where there's war and there's winners and losers, really needs to have that if you're not a winner. Right? Like, sometimes there's just people who are better than everybody else. And if war grants you that I guess privilege, don't they win?
Just because, well, the thing is, just because you lose doesn't mean that you have to lose everything.
Yeah, you still got to hold on to who you are.
I agree. As us, but they don't need to grant us any rights.
Hell no, it's yours.
So like
It's yours. Nobody could take it away from you, no matter
Yeah.
what. They could come in and conquer and colonize all they want, but what's yours is yours.
Right.
They can never take that away from
That's what I'm saying.
you. Yeah.
Right? So why do we need a thing called indigenous rights?
don't.
No, you don't. It's just a title.
It's just
It's a mental thing.
I think just for something to be put out there.
on paper.
Yeah. Just so other people are aware of, the reasons that you do such and such, or you practice certain
Formalities.
things. Yeah, formalities. Like, you don't want people, well, it shouldn't matter, but you don't want people saying, why do you guys do this? And that's not right. And, what is right? What is wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But those same people, what are they offering up as what's right?
Interesting.
You know?
Okay, so I didn't want to dive. I mean, I have way more of thought process on that, but I don't want to dive into it without people who know exactly what that means.
Yeah.
But someone said that, and I didn't understand the terminology of indigenous rights. But I would like to have somebody on here who knows what that means and what they mean when they say it.
We got a lot of indigenous people here in San Diego that you might
do.
be able to.
Right here in California.
Yeah.
So, but before we get into that segment, I want to get into this. ParBar has an event coming up.
Oh,
This next segment is brought to you by ParBar Island Style Fridays.
Yes.
Twisted.
Flashback Friday.
What we got coming up?
Flashback Friday happening at the Ale Smith Brewing Company at, was it 9990?
L. Smith Court.
Ale Smith Court up in Miramar. And that's coming up this Friday, as a matter of fact, May 24th, starting at 6 p.m. We're going to have the food trucks out there again. We're going to have some live music. The band, as a matter of fact, is Untitled. And we've got some musicians that are joining them that are solid musicians from some pretty well-known performers that are out there.
I'm excited.
I don't know. Should I put it out there who's going to be there?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Just Untitled.
Okay, just Untitled. All right. So, yeah, just
Backed
just by some.
No, just
So-and-so.
Untitled.
Just Untitled.
Untitled, backed by some.
So
other
if you
people
want to see
who are untitled,
the
Hurry
people
up and
that
come
we're
out.
not going to name, if you want to know who they are, come on out Friday night. Come check it out. So we're all going to be there hosting this thing. Last time we did it, it was a success, and we want to keep moving this thing forward, man. Let's keep moving it forward. So come on out and support.
yeah, and it's a flashback. When we say flashback, it's like 90s Capenna, Holtenua. What else is out there?
Manao Company.
Manao Company. Let's see, Call Credit Boys.
C&K. Do they play C&K?
They can.
I think they have C&K on their
Yeah.
list. Right?
And also a 90s R&B. But yeah, so come out and join us this Friday. It's gonna be fun. Next segment, we're talking about some honest business.
Woo!
Vince T, lead us into your segment for the day.
this week, honest business. I ran across something on Instagram that caught my eye and got my attention. I was following it. Local artist or engineer, producer,
Okay.
well known within the community. Chaz Rocks.
Okay. We name dropping?
I mean, he put it out there, so
Okay.
I mean, might as well, right?
Yeah. All right.
I'm not. This is not ParBar exclusive.
Ooh.
He put it out.
We name dropping.
It's out there. It's in the air.
Yeah.
But-
You did it first.
Yes, we did.
right.
And you heard it first right here on the ParBar.
All right, there you go. Interrupting my
Maybe.
shit again. But he put out a PSA that basically put an artist out and says he released an album without paying his bills.
Yeah.
And which is to me is completely disrespect of not only the money but
Agreed.
of the art form and the time that the man put into the product. Because I mean we've all been around music one way or another.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It hit me more personally because like I've done the late hours, like just detailing the mixes and doing things like that, right? So I get the amount of time that you put in there and listening back to the tracks and doing like the little things to make that record like the product that it is.
Yeah.
And for the artist, I mean I get that it's their face that's put out there.
Mhm.
But it's not sounding the way it sounds by his or herself.
Right.
Yeah, on his own. Yeah.
You know, every good artist has a great team behind him or them if they're a band. But basically to release an album without the consent or getting it cleared, which seems like he had no intent to pay,
Yeah.
and
that's-
and it was a good chunk of money.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just say in the thousands.
oh, 5 digits.
Yeah, so my thing was I was thinking to myself, I was like, why would you put your reputation at stake? That's your whole artistry reputation to me.
Are you asking us now?
Sure, we can go round table on that. It's just really weird
Well,
because
Let me say this: like, something went wrong with signing or contracting somewhere. Someone missed a contract because typically I don't think that happens with music unless you know
either contract or relationship.
yeah,
That you
and that's what I'm
you
saying.
didn't
Like,
see coming.
I think
You think it was just like a gentleman's?
yeah, I think it was a gentleman's agreement.
it's a
and-
handshake.
Yeah, like
I don't know, man, because for a guy that deals with top names,
that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
Common Kings. I mean,
and Common King seemed like they would always be legitimate to their word. I think if you're talking about Sammy J, he seems like he'd be legitimate to his word, and so it seems like he runs in a circle of people who are pretty legitimate to their word, and then you run into maybe a bad person who isn't. Let me say this: that I'm not sure the other side of the story, so you know what I mean. Like, we don't know the other side. You know what I mean? Like, we don't know.
yeah,
I don't even know how to say his name, but
Dom,
Jacopo. Jacopo.
Jacopo.
Yeah.
Name dropping, son. No,
Yeah. Well, it sounds like it's a bad name anyway. So
So just restart with a new name, buddy.
yeah, no, but for the guy who works, Chaz, who works with all these well-known artists, he also worked with my cousins from Chase Move.
Oh yeah.
I would say that he's probably the story's legitimate, and yeah, I want to support him.
Yeah, and see, like with an act like this, like you kind of tarnish your whole future.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Like, who's gonna want to work with you after that?
Right.
But the question has to come up: is it the artist himself, or is it his management? Who was the deal made with? Was it the management, and the artist just did the music and doesn't? You know what I mean?
I would
I mean,
I would say the artist has would probably have the final say.
Right.
Okay.
Usually artists have
Because
final control.
It's not the manager's reputation at stake.
Well, the management would be the ones that are responsible for paying.
Yeah.
Well,
If they're the ones who did the deal with the record label, I would assume.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but I think if it was for this case alone, for this one case, I think It was a personal thing.
Yeah.
If you put somebody
'Cause
on
if you put someone on
yeah,
blast-
like, and it's just that you would usually put
Because
like
he
a
didn't
manager
like kind of put him on blast. He
It was
like put
pretty
it.
bad.
He put him on blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and I sent the
Like
screenshot.
some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then some.
Yeah.
it was bad, but I mean, I just hate for people's work to get stolen
Yeah.
and then profited, and they're not receiving anything of it.
Nah, but
I mean,
I
I
mean,
know what
that's- I
happens,
mean-
but it's still, dude. It's like
he'll still take him to court.
Yeah, I'm
He'll
a
get
big,
his one way or the other.
I'm a big believer in your word is your bond. All right.
Me too.
But when it comes down to business like that, it's got to be more than your word. There's got to be something on paper.
Yeah.
And
I mean that we don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We
It
don't
could
know.
have been on paper, and he just hasn't received it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and even then, your word being your bond, it's even stronger now that it's on paper and signed by both sides. And if you're not coming through on your end, I mean, you're a piece of shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just you don't. To me, you don't ever see that,
No,
especially in like 2019. Like
What do you mean?
You're not seeing
people
you're
walking
not
off
seeing like a
that.
producer engineer put somebody on blast like that.
Yeah, so it's got to
Yeah.
be. It's a severe thing.
You know what I
man.
mean? Like, because you don't want to tarnish your own reputation,
Right.
It's true.
right?
I mean,
You know
I
what
wouldn't.
as your brand, like you're branding yourself.
I try to. I mean, with ParBar currently, like I try to be transparent as hell. Like I want everybody to know where exactly all the money's going
Mm-hmm.
because I don't
yeah.
want anybody questioning me about where money has been and where it needs to go.
We don't want
I
somebody
mean,
having this
me and Dom-
conversation about us.
Yeah, me and Dom have had people do us wrong, so
Yeah.
I'd be damned, man, if I do somebody else wrong like that.
Yeah, it's not worth it. To me, it's not worth it as a person. But if you get, I don't know, if you're that kind of person, then damn,
And don't come talk to us.
I'll come talk to me.
No.
I'll talk to you.
Will you really?
I think I would.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
All right.
Only to get why. I was asking.
Oh, okay.
Just why. I wouldn't ask like, hey, buddy, how you doing? Like,
Not to
Yeah.
be in business with them.
no, I just want to know
I just
why.
want to punch you.
Bunts your face.
Bounce your own face.
But before we get into that, man, once again, this is Island Block Radio, Pulse of the Pacific.
Where paradise lives.
And this segment is brought to you by Deep Rooted. Woo! Your one and only Dominic Bloss. He's over here. He does all kinds of artwork and things like that. You need some graphic design. Hit your boy up on Deep Rooted. You have your Instagrams?
Yeah, Instagram D33PR00TD.
Hey, that spells deep
I
rooted.
should probably just change it.
Yeah, you need to change that. That's way too hard to fucking even do, bro.
The only one that gets it is him.
Yeah.
I guess
I mean, to have to explain that to everybody.
That was frustrating just when you started explaining
it
it.
was.
3-3.
It was. But yeah, anyways, if you guys need any like digital art, graphic design, video editing,
Here's what I call him. His phone number's easier.
it's probably.
But that's Deep Rooted. He does a lot of the ParBar arts and design and all our flyers. He also has shirts. So yeah, hit up Deep Rooted. And also he plays here in San Diego. That's our boy Dominic Bloss. Sponsored by the ParBar. Our ParBar sponsored by Dominic.
I like that way better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever.
yes.
It makes me feel like I have money to give you guys.
No, bro, you owe
But I
us
don't.
now.
He did buy me dog. He did buy me dog food
I did. With Mark's money.
with Mark's money. So.
So you owe me.
All right, our last segment here. It's gonna be a fun one. Island reggae. So here,
All right.
I know you
Lay
guys
it on me, Rich.
hit you guys up earlier about this. So let me ask you, what you guys feel about the situation with island reggae? Is island reggae even still a thing? Because I feel now, before you guys get to talk, I feel now that island reggae just kind of has bled into whatever the stream is of music. Finally, and that was always the goal. I believe back in the days when that was kind of the goal of the island musicians. But now I don't hear island reggae no more.
Just reggae.
Just reggae-ish music, kind of poppy music. And it's now bled into the industry,
Yeah.
right? So there's just lack of capenas, ho'anuas, co-creator boys. That stuff's no longer existent, at least in my eyes. I think the last generation probably Pahana,
Mm-hmm.
Stateside Islanders,
Yeah.
SDIB.
Yeah.
You know, what do you guys feel like about island music now? because they're still island artists,
But it's just.
but I don't think they're island music.
But what is island music?
Yeah,
though?
that was my question. How do you define it?
Does it have to have a certain thing? Does it have to have an ukulele for you to call it island reggae?
Well, when you hear Kyle Creator Boys, what do you hear?
I hear popular music from the 70s played with an ukulele.
Hey,
And what about Capenna? Same thing?
Pretty much.
They don't have a distinct sound.
I mean, you know what bands they are by how they sound. Yes. They define their sound based on
So Reggae Train wasn't an original for them.
it
And
is,
it wasn't island music.
Ooh.
But what I'm okay. But what music did it come from? What did that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their synopsis of what they were going with was, of like how they defined it. What I do know, for me, it was island music.
Maybe it's just evolved like
It was
everything else.
island reggae. It was Jawaiian.
Okay,
So you're
but
saying Capenna was Jawaiian?
I think in a sense, yeah.
I disagree with that too.
So what's Jawaiian?
Man, that comes into like the band, like
Hawaii Kani.
yeah, Cole Uka. Who else, man? Even like Patsy maybe. He did a couple of them.
He had a couple of them, yeah.
There, but like anything.
So I think Capenna, the reason why I think Capenna does it is because Capenna brought it into like this whole transitional period.
Yeah, it's all the kids now, isn't it?
Huh?
Isn't it all the kids of all Capenna's kids that are?
Correct. They're now Capenna, but
Yeah.
but I think the original Capenna had that transitional period.
Okay.
It had transitional period of like island music, country music, Jawaiian music, and then some of that stuff.
Maybe it was just Capenna music. Maybe they're just playing.
Or just Capenna music.
You know what I
could
mean?
I like that. I like that better.
Because I remember Iz was saying like Jawaiian would die,
Mhm.
and I don't know if it has died. I just know it's
I think it's evolution of music, dude. You know what I mean? Like, would you consider the green Jawaiian?
No.
Why not?
I think it's island music.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
It's their twist on rock and reggae because it's only them.
Okay, you know what? Let me take that back because there is one song off their latest album where I didn't know at first, but they put the Ipu in there in the very beginning, and that's what made me think about it differently.
So it's the instrumentation that makes something island
To,
reggae.
to me,
I think it's the way they sing for me.
Yeah?
The way they sing and the way it's brought across the board.
Okay, I would say, it sounds. The way that you're putting it is island reggae is basically acoustic.
Okay, so are we trying to define where we all agree at?
I'm trying to figure out what the definition of island reggae is before I try to.
Okay, so let's come to a common ground on there before we go any further. So I don't necessarily need a ukulele in there, but I mean it'd be nice. I also there's a certain tone to it,
I agree with that.
right? Just like country
I agree
music.
with that.
Like that's what I was gonna say. It's country.
There's certain
It's like island country.
It's island country. It's softer. It's not as twangy. It's a little bit lighter on the words.
Yeah.
It hits home to at least most of us.
Yeah. Okay. I can.
I agree with that.
If I'm listening to Kyle Crater Boys or Capenna,
Like Molokai Slide.
yeah, then I imagine just sitting outside in the backyard
Right.
listening to it.
Like a certain type of tone, right?
Yeah.
But you want to consider J-Bug
No.
I consider him a reggae artist.
Yeah. Reggae.
reggae artist, right? Common Kings,
They're like
That's pop reggae.
Yeah.
pop reggae,
Yeah.
The Green.
Rock reggae,
Yeah.
island style. I would say because they do have their stuff.
I'm
No,
not
I'm just gonna say. I don't know.
Tribal Seeds.
Ooh. Come on, man.
Reggae.
Try again.
I can't even do it. Okay. Okay, so then Maoli.
Oh, they're no. All right, they're an
Island reggae, right?
They're an island
That's
reggae
what I'm
group.
saying.
They're an
Like, you
island
know
reggae group.
it. You know when you feel it.
Yeah, they're an island reggae group.
And they're grabbing songs that are like country songs and making them.
That's Hawaii's MO though.
Yeah, that's
That's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot
Ooh.
of
Fiji.
island. Oof.
Island
Island
R&B.
R&B. He was.
World's
You got it all.
greatest,
He
world's
did
greatest
everything.
island
He
singer.
pretty much covers it. Dude.
Like
Best,
he's just
best island singer ever.
He covers
yeah.
it.
He's like our
He's the
Frank,
goat.
Frank Sinatra
He's like the
slash
James Brown
Yeah.
slash Elvis Presley slash Michael Jackson.
yeah.
Slash baby
Jackson.
Jack of all trades.
All right, yeah. So he's the goat. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goat.
So is there island reggae still?
You guys just said there's island reggae.
But who is it? Who's left? Maoli. That's it.
Maoli.
Yeah, maybe Hot Rain.
Ecolo.
Hot Rain.
Ikolu.
Yeah, Ikolu
Ikolu.
for sure.
Oh yeah,
Ikolu.
that's island reggae, right? Like you
What
know.
about Kalohi Kai?
You know that's what?
Kalohi Kai.
Excuse me.
Kalohi Kai.
Who?
Kalohi Kai.
Jordan
What
T.
Disneyland?
Disneyland?
Jordan T. Baby.
Disneyland who? Not doing that with you right now.
Jordan
Don't-
T.
Yeah,
You know
don't
what I'm
ignore it,
saying?
Rich.
Oh my gosh. Sure.
Spawn Breezy.
No.
Cali reggae.
He's
Okay.
not even from Cali.
Cali.
Catch a fire.
He's not
No, he's like from Missouri or something.
Yeah, he's from Missouri.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he's from Oceanside.
No.
What? Oh.
Wow, I didn't know
That's
that.
a racist stereotype right there.
Yeah.
Well, doesn't he live there?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know
He
now.
might have migrated.
Oh.
I don't know.
What about Catch a Fire?
That's reggae.
Oh man, yeah. That's reggae in its finest.
Fia.
R&B.
Yeah, R&B reggae. He's
And he does have some fast-paced songs, guys. Because the last time you guys were talking about slow.
Well, I listened to his album again.
Yeah, and there's some.
There's a couple.
and I did, and I was like, because
Yeah.
I wanted to check on it, because I'm like, I know I heard some other songs that weren't just
Yeah.
like slow songs.
Yeah.
So he does have some out there that are a little more upbeat.
But
what about
But
like
anyways,
Anuhea or Kimie?
I like Kimmy though.
let me say it like I get why people like Anuhea. I get why people like Kimmy.
Kimmy Minor.
Kimmy Minor's fun.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
like her.
super good. And it's just like one of those times like if they're playing, like cool. If they're not playing, cool. Like I'm not
What about our
tripping on-
girl?
Who?
Leilani.
Wolfgram?
Oh man, I think she's just.
I think she's reggae and
She's like soul, like reggae soul.
yeah, reggae soul. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's good, man. Like super good.
Hyrie.
Oh, that's reggae.
Hyrie? Yeah, I mean, I'm neither here or there. I don't think
That's an easy out.
Yeah.
I'm neither here nor there on that one. Next.
like if she's playing, she's playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm not.
Not going to watch her.
Yeah, I'm not.
But if
But I'm
she's
not.
there-
I'm not turning her music off either. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like she's cool. Like if she was here at the ParBar, I'd give her a drink and want to hear her sing.
Sammy.
Sammy J.
It's R&B.
Uh, Yeah, I'm a good fan. I'm a good fan. I'm an old fan though. Like of his
Yeah.
old
So,
music.
so let me ask you guys this: with all this that we're talking about, when they add the skank into the music,
Yeah, the chicka chat.
yeah.
The chicka chat.
So
The thing is, like with reggae, just in general, is there's so many subgenres within reggae. Also,
Right.
you know, you got roots, you got lovers rock, which I think more the Hawaiian fault.
That
no?
bears
Yeah.
having
Yeah.
love, bro.
yeah.
That's where I think most like Hawaiian reggae or what island reggae or whatever
Like
stems
Rebel
from.
Soldiers and stuff, you know, they throw a lot of that.
Yeah,
love songs
oh,
in
we
there, right?
forgot about those guys. But I mean, like you got roots reggae, you got dance hall, you got love, like I said, lovers rock.
Reggaeton.
That's the,
Yeah, I know.
the you know. I'm just saying, like, yeah, if you're gonna break it down, we have to really sit and break it down. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? For every artist, because and they're not doing one style of song for a
Well,
whole
but we
album.
know what island reggae is.
Yeah.
I
So-
feel like we do. I feel like we know what that old Hawaiian island reggae is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, when we said Ikolu, island reggae,
Yeah.
it was immediate.
When
Right.
I
And
think
I don't
reggae,
feel like there's any more people out there doing that.
well,
That's what I say.
when I think reggae, honestly, I'm thinking reggae, like had a political meaning behind it. You know,
Like a Don Carlos.
yeah, Bob Marley,
Yeah.
you know, Peter
Sister
Tosh,
Nancy.
yeah, they had a political meaning behind their music. That to me is reggae.
Mm.
I think everything else is derived from that, and it's a form of it, but not true
Yeah.
roots reggae.
Yeah. And once again, like I said, like when you have like island reggae, I'm weirded, not weirded. I'm just in awe like that it's not here no more. There isn't too many artists, which is why I was kind of like excited that Mauli's there, is because you listen to their like songs, which when they were coming out for this weekend, I only knew like a couple,
Yeah.
but you listen to their album, it's island reggae, and it feels good to hear that album. So that was my point. But we got to get out of here.
Yep.
We're a little bit past our time, but man, we want to thank everybody for coming and joining us tonight. You guys have anything else before we have to get out of here?
Come check us out Friday.
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 Oh, I'm
24th.
telling you, it's gonna be a party.
Yes, it is. And bring your party shoes.
Yeah. With that being said, escalators.
Shoots.